Get ready for non-stop action. UFC London is exploding with a massive card, featuring a featherweight title eliminator that's guaranteed to shake up the rankings. We've got Movsar Evloev facing off against Lerone in a bout where someone's undefeated record has to fall. But the drama doesn't stop there. We're diving deep into the controversial pay scale gripping the MMA world, as Hearn blasts Tom Aspinall's contract as a disgrace, questioning the compensation for the heavyweight champion. And the action continues with a look at UFC London's full fight card, highlighting matchups like Michael Page versus Sam Patterson and Roman Dolidze versus Christian Leroy Duncan, plus a deep dive into the Iwo Baraniewski versus Austen Lane prediction. Get all the inside scoop, the predictions, and the drama. You won't want to miss a second. Hit that like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Someone's undefeated record has to give. UFC London is heating up with a massive featherweight title eliminator between Movsar Evloev and Lerone. This isn't just any fight, it's a pivotal moment in the featherweight division, with both contenders boasting spotless records. The winner is poised to make a significant leap towards a title shot, while the loser faces a setback. Murphy, fighting on home soil in London, steps into the octagon as a notable underdog, but his undefeated streak and the roar of the crowd could be powerful motivators. On the other side, Movsar Evloev, a grappling specialist, is known for his methodical approach. However, he's also faced criticism from the promotion for his fighting style and has a history of fight pullouts. His last outing against Aljamain Sterling was a tactical battle, with minimal significant strikes, a style that the UFC often seeks to avoid in favor of more explosive finishes. The betting lines reflect a fight expected to go the distance, with a high probability of a decision. Analysts are pointing towards betting the under on significant strike totals for both fighters, given their tendencies and the matchup dynamics. Murphy has only exceeded his projected strike count a few times, and Evloev's past performances suggest a similar pattern, especially when facing strong grapplers. Will the home crowd advantage propel Murphy, or will Evloev's grappling dominance prevail? Stay tuned as we break down the betting angles for UFC London and reveal our top picks, right after we uncover the truth behind a champion's controversial contract. Is the heavyweight champion being underpaid? Hearn is sounding the alarm on Tom Aspinall's current UFC contract, calling it a fucking disgrace. With Tom Aspinall holding the undisputed UFC heavyweight championship, despite an upcoming interim title fight between Alex Pereira and Cyril Gane, his compensation is under intense scrutiny. Hearn, now Aspinall's manager, is publicly questioning the fighter's pay, especially in the new era of UFC broadcasting deals. Hearn didn't hold back, stating that Aspinall's contract is so poor that the fighter might not even consider fighting. He highlighted the potential revenue Aspinall could generate in future superfights, suggesting his current earnings are not reflective of his champion status or market value. The lack of pay-per-view points in the current deal is also cited as a major factor contributing to the dissatisfaction. Fans and analysts are debating whether Aspinall deserves a pay raise based on his championship status and marketability, or if he needs to further solidify his legacy with more defenses before commanding a higher payday. The comments have ignited a conversation about fighter pay within the UFC. Could this spark a major shift in fighter compensation across the sport? Next, we're heading across the pond for a full preview of UFC London, including predictions for that massive featherweight main event. UFC Fight Night is back in London, and the O2 Arena is set to erupt with a stacked card headlined by a pivotal featherweight showdown. We're bringing you live results and highlights from every bout, starting with the main event. In the spotlight, two undefeated featherweights, Movsar Evloev and Lerone, are set to clash in what is expected to be a title eliminator. Murphy gets the chance to headline in his home country after a stunning knockout, while Evloev returns looking to continue his dominant run after defeating Aljamain Sterling. The co-main event features Luke Riley against Michael Aswell Jr., with Riley aiming to extend his winning streak on home soil. The main card also boasts an all-British welterweight matchup between the returning Michael Page and Sam Patterson. Plus, the light heavyweight division sees Iwo Baraniewski take on Austen Lane. Middleweight contender Roman Dolidze faces Christian Leroy Duncan, and the action kicks off with Curtis Campbell against Danny Silva. Prelims are packed with potential fight of the night contenders, including Mason Jones versus Axel Sola, and feature several promotional debuts, including former Octagon MMA champion Losing Keita. Unfortunately, Luana Carolina's bout against Melissa Mullins was cancelled due to a weigh-in miss. Who will emerge victorious in these thrilling matchups and stake their claim in their respective divisions? Don't go anywhere, because after UFC London, we're dissecting a shocking claim about a champion's contract that's sending shockwaves through the MMA world. Can Iwo Baraniewski maintain his perfect finishing streak against Austen Lane in London? We've got the prediction you need. Iwo Baraniewski, a perfect 7-0 with all his wins coming by first-round finish, makes his second UFC appearance looking to extend his incredible streak. The Polish fighter has never seen the second round of a professional bout, and his debut win came in just 89 seconds. His opponent, Austen Lane, drops to light heavyweight after a mixed record at heavyweight. Lane secured a decision win in his last outing, but has been finished multiple times in his recent fights. He's looking for a fresh start in the light heavyweight division, but faces a significant step-up in competition against the explosive Baraniewski. Despite other compelling fights on the prelims, this light heavyweight bout has been placed on the main card, a decision that has raised eyebrows among fans and analysts. Lane's background as a former NFL player is a familiar narrative the UFC often promotes, but his ability to transition that to success against a finisher like Baraniewski is questionable. Baraniewski's speed and power are expected to be too much for Lane, especially early in the fight. Baraniewski is a heavy favorite, with odds reflecting his dominant finishing ability. The prediction leans heavily towards Baraniewski securing another first-round stoppage. Will Baraniewski continue his reign of first-round finishes, or can Lane pull off an upset? Stick around as we break down all the biggest news, from UFC London predictions to explosive contract disputes. Recap: UFC London is bringing the heat with a featherweight title eliminator between Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy. Eddie Hearn is calling Tom Aspinall's UFC contract a disgrace amid pay scale controversies. We've got full fight card breakdowns and predictions for UFC London, including the Iwo Baraniewski versus Austen Lane matchup. Don't miss out. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow us on all social platforms for more breaking news and analysis.